And away we go. Hey, everybody, it's time for Three Guys Before the Game. Have I ever said, I got a good one for you? Have I ever said that, Brad?
No, first time.
We got a good one for you. Scouts Honor. Summer Series continues, and we're delighted to be joined by WVU basketball player Treysen Eaglestaff. As you probably remember, last several weeks, we had a couple of the newcomers on, right? We had Jasper Floyd on. We had Honor Huff on. Mm-hmm. Now, Treysen Eaglestaff will join us, and we'll learn about the new Mountaineer and what is in store. Let's do this thing. Three Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. They won't take no for an answer. By Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Gomart. Get a Gomart rewards card. Go to gomart.com for details. You can download the app. Start saving like millions of dollars as soon as you download that thing. Three Guys brought to us by Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. That's perfect for Treysen because he likes to fish. Sometimes you just want to do it, instead of doing it off the shore or off a dock, do it on a boat. Got to get that done for him.
Nice one, no less.
Yeah, absolutely. Three Guys brought to us by Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way with a Tudor's Biscuit. And by Conley CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers.
I might do a Spreads on Stats segment with Treysen here about Treysen. That'd be the first time we've done it.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got some numbers.
Cool.
While he's here, we'll have him react to his own numbers.
Yeah, cool. I was thinking earlier today, oh my, got a casualty on the microphone.
Well, you already broke it?
Yeah, just stand by 1 second. All right, we're back. That was bad. I was thinking earlier on your behalf. I'm thinking like,
whose behalf? Mine or Trey's?
Treysen.
Okay.
I was thinking like, this has got to be weird. Like, guy reaches out to him, says, "Hey, we do this podcast. You want to come on this podcast?" Like, he doesn't know. Right? I'd say the number of people that he knows right now, less than 20 in West Virginia.
Under.
What's the over? Okay, what's the over under on that? 16 and a half?
12 and a half.
12 and a half over under people that you know in West Virginia as of right now.
No one besides the coaching staff, Jackson Fields, and you two. So
it's under. Under Cassius. Always play the under.
Randy, the woman's. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably under. Yeah.
Under.
Yeah,
it's a good bet. So anyway, what I was thinking was like, it's just like really weird. Like, you just moved here last weekend. You're here. Now you're in this weird room with these weird two dudes. Like, you don't even know who they are. And it's just, okay.
You got a nice tour of
That's
campus.
hard.
So we went through campus on the way down.
Did you
here.
bring them through?
Right
you
down
bring
the
them
middle
through?
of it. Yeah. So
Mountain Lair.
No, we didn't go that far. Didn't have time.
Well, where'd you go?
Maybe on the way home. Came right through town, down University.
Cool.
Nice new business school we saw, right, where Jerry West used to play, right?
Yeah.
See?
I didn't get to check any of that on my visit, so I didn't know I didn't know anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's high cotton right there. With that being said, so you've been here like a week-ish. Had you ever been to West Virginia before the visit?
No.
Okay.
I don't travel for basketball, and I've never been to West Virginia.
So, what did you know, if anything, about West Virginia?
Yeah, probably just Jerry West. That's honestly probably it.
Country roads? Take me home, country roads?
No, that's how I got here on my visit. Like,
serious?
Like I was not.
That was not on your playlist.
No, my family lives on a farm and stuff, and they play that probably. But like, I didn't know it was like a West Virginia thing. Like I just think about like you like play basketball and that song comes on after a game or it's like I didn't know.
There you go.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
See,
didn't realize the significance of that stuff.
Now you ran across a couple West Virginia guys in your workouts for NBA teams here recently. Toby O'Connie, Javon Small.
Yeah, so me and Toby O'Connie have the same agent. So when we worked out in New Jersey where he's from, in Orange I think it's called.
Yeah.
He was my ride. He gave me rides everywhere and stuff. So obviously I was committed to South Carolina at that time.
Yeah.
Right away when I got there. So not too much to think of it. And then decommitted, and I told him West Virginia might be a thing, and then he thought that was hilarious because he was like, the fans are gonna think I did it or something like that. he thought it was so funny. But yeah, Toby's a great guy. It's my guy for sure. And then I ran into Javon. My Wizards workout, my first one. He was, I think, my matchup as the other guard.
Oh,
'cause
really?
He was on the opposite team.
Oh, yeah.
And
And.
My team won the workout. It was me, Cam Matthews from Mississippi State, and some JB guy from Jack State versus Javon Small, some Houston 4-man, forgot his name, and some guy from Dayton.
Bet you the Houston guy fouled a lot.
He's a lefty. Yeah, he was definitely a junkyard dog for sure. Yeah, they're all pretty good. They're all really good, yeah.
They get after.
Jawan Roberts.
Yeah, it might have been Juwan Roberts.
Yeah, probably was.
Left-handed,
yeah.
6'8"ish,
Yeah.
6'9". Yeah,
He goes, takes you down in the post, and then just turns a shoulder into you, and then it's over with.
didn't score on me in the post actually. So
Ooh.
Boom.
yeah, they thought I was sweet down there, but nah, he did. Well, I only guarded him like 3 times, granted, but I think he might have got me once. But
How many teams did you end up working out for?
just 2. I had like 5 planned out because I knew I was gonna come back to school for sure. Just to see what it was like, test everything out. But I got hurt in my Blazers workout, my second one. So like the first show we did a finishing drill. Me and this Notre Dame guy were in like the final of it because we were the most points. I tried getting cocky, went for a dunk, and I missed. He blocked me.
What'd you hurt?
But the second drill we did a 1-on-1, and then I strained my groin and my hip flexor. So I've been out for a few weeks now, and then getting back here, getting PT and stuff. So
You had a Celtics workout scheduled, was one of them,
it
right?
was Cavs, Celtics, and Bucks. I think those were the other 3 that I was just gonna test and then come back, just to get some more experience.
Sure.
Yeah. So you did it just to get the experience to see what it was. What surprised you, if anything, about those workouts? Were there things that you were asked to do that may have surprised you, or what were those like?
I thought it was gonna be a lot harder. Like I thought, like I go in the first workout like, okay, like I'm going back to school. All these guys are like vets. They've all played in this for like 4 years. They're all like 23, 24. And obviously I've been playing against older guys since I was obviously a freshman. But these guys are like the top of the top.
Man,
I thought I was like I thought I was gonna get killed. I'm going in there like, I'm just gonna try to hold my own, hit a few threes. But it was like, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. Like I know how to play basketball, and it doesn't matter who's in front of me. Kind of like the same thing like when I thought kind of Alabama game. It was just like I thought these guys were not coming and kill us, but like there's difference, there's levels to this, and knowing that I'm close to that level and I'm right there, just helps my confidence a lot coming into this next season.
yeah, we'll talk about the Alabama game coming up here in just a little bit. So you go through these workouts and you learn a little bit. What messaging did the 2 teams give you about you?
They said like, Portland it was hard because I was hurt like the whole workout.
Yeah.
I was just jogging around and stuff. But Wizards one went well. I thought we did shooting drills and stuff, and I think me and the Dayton guy had the highest score. Like at that, and then obviously my team won the thing. But it was they just said like my body. I don't pass the eye test if you looked at me. Obviously, and the eye test is a real thing. And then just like my defensibility, like that first step, just don't give up on possession. And obviously, there's multiple stops in one possession, so I think it's just like that first initial one, and then after that, I gotta like just keep sitting, something like that. So just work on my defense overall. Okay,
so let's jump into that then. Probably not a question that I've asked many people, but let's talk about your body. So you legitimately are 6 what?
6'5".
And very honest. And weigh today how much?
203.6 was this morning.
203.6.
Specifically, got right on
when
it.
I lifted this morning. Shout out Martinez, but yeah, we weigh every day. I need to eat 4,000 calories to gain weight every day, and then I'm at 203.6 right now or today this morning.
Well, if you need help eating 4,000 calories, he and I'll be able to help you along that run.
Early so he's got to gain some weight, but early impressive nature of him, unlike the 2 of us. There's a plate of donuts sitting right next to him. He hasn't even touched it.
I know.
Hasn't even looked at it.
So like you almost elbowed the donuts when I brought. Have they got?
Elbow.
Well, I mean it was a forearm. I mean I wouldn't say an elbow.
Like, I wanted the water first.
Okay,
like, just my appeals.
Have you been told not to eat bad food?
No, they actually want me to eat like Gatorades, lemonades, and stuff like that, which I stay away from. But I've been trying to eat a bunch of protein and stuff. Like this morning, I probably had 700 calories, and then me and Jackson today just went to Cracker Barrel, had a little like steak, eggs, and hash browns with those biscuits.
Well, I can tell you what, dude, we got something for you here. They don't have these in North Dakota, called Tudor's Biscuit World.
The biscuits I had today were good.
Yeah, it's not far from the Coliseum. They will put some weight onto you. They'll take care of it, and it's you know what they say: start your day the homemade way with a Tudor's biscuit. Like these bad boys are for real. Promise number 1. Hey, write these promises down. We're going to make to them. We're going to write that one down.
Did we get him a Tudor's biscuit?
Eaglestaff gets at least one Tudor's biscuit to sign up. So let me ask you this. So family-wise, do you come from a tall family? Are you an outlier in your family, weight-wise? Like, where are you at?
Yeah, so like it's just me and my mom growing up. But I mean, my mom's side, my grandma's probably like 5'6". My grandpa's probably like 6'1". She's about 6 foot, and my aunt's about 5'9".
Your mom's how tall?
It's about 6 foot.
Oh, she is. Okay, so your mom's tall. Okay, I got you.
Biological father side, they're all pretty up there. Apparently, from what I heard when I went to Portland to see some of my family, when I was there, I saw some of my family, and they were telling me that like one of our grandpas, like a long time ago, had some disease where like he just couldn't stop growing. And he's like 7 foot, 7'6", but like he died because it was
right. Yeah, I've heard of that. No, I've heard of that.
And apparently that's where we get it from. I don't know for sure. But like my biological father's like 6'4". My little brother below me, his stats mom 6'1". He's about 6'7", 6'8".
Big.
All my grandpas are like 6'5", 6'4". My grandmas are all 6 foot, 6'1".
Okay, what about, now let's go the other side of it instead of this way. Let's go this way. What happens as your folks get older? Will you gain weight? Do you see yourself one day at 225, 230? You do?
Yeah, like I could definitely get fat for sure.
You can?
Yeah, 100%.
So we're going to get good fat.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to like, I don't know. Like I've been trying to eat good. Like I have recently. I don't know. Like when I was in high school, I lifted every day. I just didn't eat. So it's just eating.
Two-part equation.
Is a thing, yeah. And then I wouldn't say I lift a lot. I like more basketball stuff. But I'll be here every day in the summer until season starts with Martinez. So I'll be good. I should be good.
What is his hope? What is your hope so that when practice starts, where do you want to be?
I just want to be more lean. I just want to be like more like just as an athlete. I want to lose this little baby chub I still have on me because when I was younger, I was big.
You think you have baby chub? Well, how big were you?
I played offensive line every year since I was a sophomore in high school.
Is that right?
Yes.
When did the height start to come?
So I was about 6 foot, 8th grade, about 6'2" freshman year. Freshman year, I was right guard for a freshman team. A little chubby, couldn't touch rim or anything. And then sophomore year, I got to like 6'5". And then I was kind of like slimmed out, but still that little fat on me a little bit. And then, yeah, like I guess I like never really like lost that fat. Like I never got like toned to that point, but I worked out hell. I just didn't eat the right stuff.
Yeah.
All we had was ramen noodles and sandwiches.
I get you.
Growing up, so.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Well, this will be a whole new world for you because you will want for nothing here. I mean, whatever you need, they got it.
Yeah, that's
why
I'm trying to use everything to my advantage, like the red light bed, the ice bath, and everything, everything in there. I'm just trying to, yeah, for sure.
It's interesting because you do have to be careful. You need to be big and you need to be strong because this league they will knock you down, right?
Yeah.
Especially when we talked about Houston. Like they will get up into you like you've never been gotten up into.
Well, especially a guy that shoots it as well as him.
Exactly.
Right? They're going to come be stepping on you.
Yeah. Like, and if you don't have that weight, it's just like a feather, right? They'll knock you back. You'll knock you back. So this will be interesting. And the fact that you know it, you're going to have where we're at here. Like you got 3 months to beef that thing up. And when you eat right and you lift, you could be a nice 215, 220 real easy.
I want the weight, so I'm still have my first step. So like that's something I'm like a little scared about because what if I get too big to that point where I have to start playing like a slower type of thing, like a mellow type? I don't know.
Nah.
You think that's your biggest advantage offensively? First step?
Yeah, for my height, my first step for sure, 100%. Like the taller the guy is, like the taller and lengthier he is, I have a better chance of scoring. I think it's like that smaller physical type of guy that gets into me. That's where it's like I got to get my handle tighter and then my body just stronger. That's where I get like sat on by anything. But like, yeah.
You classify yourself as a shooter or a scorer?
Scorer. Personally. Like freshman and sophomore year, I thought it was just like I've always had that ability to just get a bucket. But that wasn't my role. Obviously, I had to play a role in college basketball. And this last year when they gave me the chance, like my isolation numbers before I got like doubled in summer league play were like 90th percentile. Like it was high. Isolation and then just like pick and roll was like 93rd.
Yeah, you were good in the pick and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think like my ability to just be a player, that's my biggest thing.
Yeah. So okay, how about moving to the Big 12? Thoughts on that? What are you looking forward to? What are the challenges you think it'll present to you coming from where you're coming from?
I'm just excited to learn. excited. Obviously, I'm gonna fail. That's just part of basketball. You're gonna fail a little bit. I'm excited to learn from that and get better as a player. That's the biggest thing from leaving North Dakota is like you don't get this competition every night, and it's like that really just like shows you like there's levels to this, and it shows you like it can push you to get better.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited just to grind through it with all my teammates and my coaching staff.
You mentioned that you played football, so let's go all the way back.
Okay.
Let's go back. Treysen 6-year-old, Treysen 7-year-old, Treysen 8-year-old.
Okay.
Were you one of those dudes that like immediately started playing sports, or you were right into it?
Yeah, I've definitely played sports my whole life. I was a big baseball and basketball guy. Like baseball was my thing. I quit football my sophomore year to play basketball tournaments that were in the fall.
Right.
Because there's like Native American tournaments around, and there'd be some before basketball season. I'd be like, yeah, I'm playing. Like, why would I want to go sit sideline on a Friday night on a varsity game? I can just go travel to the res and play in a tournament. So I quit my sophomore year. But like when I was a little kid, like I loved every sport.
Baseball pitcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, when I was young. Like my mom worked at a D2 college, so I had the gym to myself all day because I'd have to go to work with her.
Oh, there we go.
So I'd either shoot a lot, or I'd like get their baseball equipment and like hit T-balls against the wall. Like,
take the tee out, just smack it.
Yeah. And then I'd have baseball practice that same day because it's the summertime. So yeah, I was really into baseball when I was like 10.
How long did you run baseball for?
So I was a junior.
Oh, you played all the way up into junior year?
Yeah, so when I was a junior, I got my D1 offer for UND. And then a 3SSB team asked me to play from AU, and it's Minnesota, so it's far. And so I just asked my mom if I can go all online school to go work out with these guys, like play with these tournaments and stuff. She said, yeah, it's cool. So I still got to play sports and do online because of COVID and stuff. And then I remember one time I pitched against another team that was in Bismarck. And I was pitching good. I was probably throwing like 80s, like consistently. My highest was like 85. But I was throwing 80s consistently. I was pitching good, but it was like sunny and windy in North Dakota. It was cold out still. Team probably had like 5 errors in the first 2 innings. He's like, Coach Kinney told me, he's like, you honestly can go. Like, you're good. So I remember I changed middle, like second after they were hitting. I left. Everyone's like, where you going? You're in the middle of a game. I was like, I got to an AU tournament. And I didn't go to like WDA or anything because I was gone. So that's like the regional championship.
Yeah.
I didn't go to any of that. But I was gone for most of it. So in senior year, I just, I'm not
You're
gonna
done.
waste my time.
Fastball, slider, changeup?
Fast curve change. Yeah, that's all I had.
Well,
Not a lot of pitches in my repertoire.
yeah. Curve pretty good?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. You'd be surprised. Back in my prime, it was pretty.
See, better for his arm, though, to be shooting Jays instead of throwing
I know.
curveballs.
What
Did you
about
follow a major league team?
I was, like, when I liked baseball, I was the Boston Red Sox, Big Papi. But I don't watch, no, not anymore.
NBA?
Here we go. Wait, I'm going to answer it for you. It'll be a player, won't be a team. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. No, Jackson Fields is a LeBron fan, so whatever LeBron goes,
That's where he is?
That's
Yeah.
not me. Yeah.
Right.
Like T-Wolves? No.
So I grew up. I didn't watch sports growing up. So like I just picked the team that looked cool, and there's this game on my iPad that had a basketball and like flames around it. So like I'm like, I like that team, and it was the Heat, but like I didn't really know. That's when they were good too with LeBron.
Yeah.
And then like when I got old enough to understand, I was like, okay, like Isaiah Thomas on the Celtics is like, he's him. Like that's that guy. So that's my favorite player all time is IT. And then I'm a Celtics fan.
Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, even before the whole Joe Mazzulla thing.
Yeah.
You know the whole Joe Mazzulla thing here, right?
Yeah, he Final Four team. Yeah. I
Final-
was just looking at that when I was waiting for him at the
Most outstanding player in the East. What you need to do, Boogie Cousins, Boogie Cousins, longtime NBA guy. Anyway, here, I'll blow your mind with a stat.
DeMarcus Cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He guarded him. Joe's a guard. Sat back on his shins in a 1-3-1 and just made him go absolutely stupid crazy.
Just annoyed the heck out of him.
Yeah.
Like Alex Caruso type of thing.
Yeah. How about this? 5 starters for Kentucky all got drafted.
That's who West Virginia beat to go to the Final Four.
Yeah, that's who they beat to go to the Final Four.
That's a good.
Yeah. Including John Wall. Including John Wall. Yeah.
I just heard John Wall. Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. And Boogie Cousins. Yeah, there was a few dudes on there.
Okay, tell us more about your mom. You're really close to your mom.
Yeah, so me and my mom we lived in grew up in a place called Mulhall, North Dakota. Probably a town of like 700 people. Class B town in North Dakota. And my aunt lives there. She has a family out there, has a farm and stuff with a bunch of little kids, all my little cousins and stuff. We grew up there, lived with my grandma for a while, back and forth from Mohall to Minot, North Dakota, because they were like 30 minutes apart, and Minot's like the city. And then when I was in 5th grade, we moved to Bismarck, where she played college basketball at JUCO. That's when she had me. I was born in Bismarck. Yeah. 5th grade, moved there. She worked at the University of Mary in athletics, it's a Division II school. Yeah, I wasn't the best anymore. I was a little chubby shooter. 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Like, I couldn't move, but I could shoot a little bit.
Wait a second. When you keep saying chubby, how fat were you?
Bro, I was like, it was bad. I got to find a picture, but it was bad.
Like, did your legs rub together when you wore corduroys? That kind of fat?
It was like my face, like always rosy. Like, there's a picture on the res at my biological father's house. It's like I'm cheesing in the sun and stuff. It's just all puffed. And like even when I was 15, my driver's license, until I got it changed last year, like everyone would make fun of me. Everyone. It was like, there's no way you look like this. And it was bad.
There's no way you look like this.
I'm trying to think of an example. I wasn't as bad as the Hams guy off of Sandlot.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah.
I wasn't as bad as that, but I was like a little bit more compacted with like the chub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, it all works out.
Yeah, I grew into it eventually. Like my little brother, we call him the Dud because he's the worst one. We call him, but Dud is like, he looks like that right now. Like just has like this little scrawny legs and his torso is just chubby. His face is chubby.
And how old is he?
Gonna be in 8th grade.
Is he playing anything?
Basketball. Yeah, all my siblings play basketball. Besides probably my little sisters.
Okay.
They do.
You know, when you mentioned those moves that you made from here, Minot, then to Bismarck, like you never were following any hot weather around, were you? I mean, those are some of the coldest places in the United States.
Yeah, no, yeah. My whole life has been in the snow. I don't mind it. It's once it gets like windy, and then it gets really windy over there because there's no hills or nothing. So that's when it starts killing. Like it'll be -5, and then the wind will hit. It'll be like it feels like -40 sometimes.
I know. Those are the cities that they'll always use, like on Weather Channel, when they say, and the lowest wind chill in the country right now is Minot, North Dakota, and it's like -62. That's for real.
I do like the snow days though, because sometimes you just get a little break.
Sure.
But even like you would think a snow day like here, like this is a lot of snow, but like there it's probably just like another day. That's what
Trust
sucks.
me, I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm from Buffalo. I understand.
Yeah, that's what sucks. But
yeah, here it's different because of the hills.
Yeah.
So you only need a little because
the driving.
It's just you slide, right? So if everything was flat, it'd be a lot easier. But just the physics.
I don't know that it even snows here anymore, though. I don't even know if he'll see snow this year.
Last year we had a cold January. It wouldn't be cold for you, but we had a cold January. Other than that, some years, the year before that, we had like one snow.
I hope I see at least some snow.
Well, you'll see it.
So that's
we'll
we got to
travel to some too.
We go to Iowa State this year. We got to go to right? Iowa State. We'll probably
my old AAU teammate plays for Iowa State. We played there my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Taman Lipsey.
Oh yeah, Taman Lipsey.
He's my point guard.
You played You played AAU with him?
Yeah. Eli King was there, but he's transferred to UND with me. So
yeah.
Taman Lipsey, mom and dad both work at Iowa State. He's from Ames.
I know they both work there.
Both work there. He's from Ames, and he is a really good player.
Good. Yeah,
he's a good player.
Got dinged against us last year. Remember?
Yeah, he did.
His hand.
And it kept with him the
Lingered
whole year.
The rest of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when do you realize you can play big boy basketball? What age?
16 years old as a junior.
Really?
That's when I was.
You didn't think you'd be able to play high level until your junior year?
I was just telling Jackson this earlier. I don't care about telling it now, but like back then, I like really cared. My freshman year, like I barely played. Like I played basketball, but I didn't get moved up. So I played freshman C squad basketball, and I wasn't even our best player. And I was like 6'3", non-athletic. I played post. Like I was doing jump hooks and stuff. Jump hooks, setting screens, and fade away. And then I just kept playing basketball. I like was barely eligible my freshman year. I had like a 1.8 GPA. Like I wouldn't go to school. I would just go to the church and shoot around and stuff. And then sophomore, I would just keep hooping. I'd go to parks. It was like 11 o'clock, and I was at a sleepover at a friend's house. We'd literally just go to a park and probably hoop until like 2 or 3, as long as there's like one light there. And we just loved to hoop. And then my sophomore year, I grew, which obviously that helps you because you can't really teach body. And then I still had that skill. Just playing those guys all day, every day. Even though they weren't the best players, they still got me better. And then, sophomore year, last jersey number. I wasn't supposed to make varsity. That's why I wear number 52.
I was going to ask you why you wear 52. Non-traditional number there.
Yeah, I was the last pick as a jersey number. I wasn't supposed to be there, and then coach, first game I was playing JV as a sophomore, which is still good. I moved up. I was excited about that, and then he was like, "You're gonna put 2 as a varsity first day," and I had 15 my first game, and the first game of the conference season I had 25 against the third best team in the state, and then coach was like, "Okay, yeah, you got it." Then I made all conference as a sophomore. I remember I asked my coach, Coach Willie, did a lot for me. That's my guy. I wouldn't be here without him. I remember I was like, "Do you think I played college basketball?" He's like, "Absolutely." A week later, I got the D2 offer from UMary. And then going into my sophomore year, I would wake up every day at 6. I didn't have anything. So I had to work until I had something. He would wake up with me. He'd let the gym open. Going into my sophomore year, he's like, "You think I go D1?" He's like, "Absolutely." He contacted every school for me because my mom didn't know anything. My mom didn't know nothing.
Sure.
So he's pretty much my main guy. He texted every school around the region. And then NDSU was my first school who called me, North Dakota State. I'm not a big fan of those guys, but they called me first. They're the first Division I school to call me. And then UND offered me right before our regional championship. So I never played AU. I got my offer playing high school basketball in North Dakota. And I committed before I could play in front of a coach because COVID. I just felt like it was right. And then obviously I had to get my grades back up too, and they told me that they would work with me. So then I committed there when I was 16. Senior season, averaged 32. I'm in Mr. Basketball for North Dakota. It's a pretty good year. And then I go to college and just got prepared for it.
You know what's amazing about all that, Treysen, is it's an amazing story because most of the time when a player becomes the player of the year in the state, he's designated in 6th grade. Everyone goes, here he comes. Everyone follows him 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Now, okay, you're saying you were the last pick. You barely made JV as a sophomore. You took the last number because you were the last. Well, that's a heck of a story.
My middle school team, we had the best player in the state. His name was Joey. He was just a grown man. Had mustache in 6th grade. 6 foot, could touch rim. And for North Dakota, he was
6th grade, he could touch a rim.
Yes. He would just bump into you and shoot a layup. And no one could stop him. No one was strong enough.
Right.
So we won, but just giving him the ball. And I was just in the corner. If I was open, I'd shoot it. But we won every tournament and stuff with him. And then he made varsity as a freshman. Everyone's like, "Oh, top freshmen's in the state." Everyone's ranked. I was nowhere close on that list. Sophomore year, going before season, still I was nowhere on that list. And then made all conference. Then I was moved to number 5. And I'm like, "Oh wow." Got my D1 offer, and then no one's really. You don't go D1 out of North Dakota unless it's a North Dakota school usually. But still, at that time, it was pretty rare. And then I had a kid in my class that was a 4-star. His name's Joe Hurlbert. He's one of my best friends. He had Ohio State, Iowa State, Colorado, Minnesota. Got talked about you, and he was a 7-footer that could shoot. He was really good. So we played. He was my AU teammate. So I'd drive with him to Minnesota and stuff. But he won Mr. Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years in a row because he's nationally ranked. And then senior year, I got Mr. Basketball over him. I made it to state average more, I think, but he was all-time leading rebounder.
It's a great story.
This is a wild story. It sounds like 2 things, Tony. First of all, how often have we had guys on here, and we identify this all the time. There's one person that kind of takes you and shepherds you along, and it sounds like your coach gave you a ton of confidence, which might have been the missing link that you had, where someone else told you, "Hey, you're really good." Was that kind of the spark you needed there to help you?
Literally, because there's 2 schools. There's a north and the south school. I lived in the north. And University Mary is way down south, 30 minutes from my house. So my mom had to drive up and then back down to go to her work. So I was like, "Mom, can I just transfer down south? I don't like the high school coach at Century." That was the school. And they were always the best school. That was the rich school pretty much. So down south, a little bit more ghetto, but nothing. It's North Dakota. So I'm
North Dakota ghetto?
I'm let me go down south. I'm good by playing with him. I don't want to play for this guy because there was a kid in my class who was always gonna play varsity as a freshman. They already picked him type of thing. So I'm let me go down there with all my traveling teammates, and I think we'll win games. That's fine. Okay, that sounds good. 8th grade year, I transfer down south. Freshman year, I play with them still. I'm at BHS. That kid at Century gets moved up out of state on that squad. I didn't get moved up anyway, but I think if I played for that Century coach, no diss to him or anything, I would not be anywhere close to where I'm at today. That's why I give everything I have today, my basketball skill, to my high school coach.
What's his name again?
Jordan Wilhelm.
Jordan Wilhelm.
That's
okay.
I would not be anywhere without him today. Like that's
awesome.
That's true. So like I damn near wish him a happy Father's Day every day because he's like a father figure to me in my life.
Sure.
So.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have those guys, as Brad said, they come along, man, and they'll take people and they'll shepherd them in and change your life.
So it sounds twofold, right? So he's instilling confidence in the right guy for you, but then it also sounds like you worked pretty hard too. Sounds like you were playing all the time, so the skill development came along just from the constant reps.
It's not playing all the time, and then because I didn't have a trainer, we couldn't afford that.
Right.
So I would just go to the Y and I would just stay there for hours. So it'd be like, so once I
Hold
got
on,
close.
wait 1 second here. An important message here. Important message here. So you were Mr. Basketball in the state. You're now a Division I player. You're an NBA prospect, and you did not have a trainer. You were able to develop your skills by yourself by just going out and playing. So you don't have to have a real fancy, expensive trainer. Is that what we're saying?
That 100%.
Imagine that.
Because so growing up, once I got close enough to Willie to where I was like I could text him on a normal basis, like, can you open the gym for me every morning at 6 before school? He would do that. And then when COVID happened, my sophomore year after, me and my one of my best friends, Keaton Eagle, he lives in Cannonball, moved to Bismarck, North Dakota. I would get him in my little 2006 Pontiac that didn't have heat or anything.
Oh man!
Every morning at like 5:30, because one night we played games until it was 4, and we're like, we can't go to bed. Like, let's go work out. So then that just became our schedule during COVID. We'd work out at 6, 12, and then we'd go to the Y from like 7 to 11 every night. Just every day. That was our thing. So we did that for like dang near a year straight, every morning. And then once school started back up, I asked Willie, can I open up the gym every day? And he did. Hit the gun every morning. I'd lift after school, and then I would just go to the gym after practice and stuff and like just play fives. And then I got the height with that, which helped a lot in my body, which you can't teach that, but like the skill stuff. I would just go to the gym. Some of the old heads, like my boy Zeke, like he would like, you're gonna be good someday, like, you know what I'm saying? Those guys that take you in.
Yeah.
And so I'd play with like the older guys and stuff.
They'll post you up. They beat you up a little bit.
Man. You play against grown men.
Yeah, they
even
post
though they're
you
not
up.
the good, but they're not the greatest, but they got that dad strength in them. So I'd play against them. They'd bump me and stuff, and I'd learn how to like finesse around it.
Sure.
Absolutely. That's how you play, man.
Yeah, so it got me right. Then some days I'd be like, okay, I score every time with my right hand. Now just try to score with your left every time. Or like, don't go for layups. Just only shoot threes today. Like stuff like that. I'd tell me in my head when I ran. Because they couldn't like guard me at that point. Like that's when I was getting pretty good. And then my senior year, I talked to Lindy Waters, came down for.
Oh yeah.
We just
know
watched
Lindy
him play.
Waters.
We went and watched one of his games.
We saw him this year.
Jazz,
came down to North Dakota to do a camp for Native American kids, and then I worked that. He asked 2 other guys from Native American that were good in high school to work that camp with them. So I worked that camp, and then I ate lunch with him and his dad after, and they were telling me how like he never did like live stuff growing up. Like it needed to be a ref. Like it was just like drills. Like you may have played ones after like workout and stuff, but he never played live. And I'm over there like, I don't know how you could do that. Like I'm only built off playing live basketball, one-on-ones, doing all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that really helped me to where I am today. And that's what I tell like most of the kids in North Dakota. They're like, oh, like come work me out and stuff. I'm like, just go play. It's like just the whole point of basketball is to have fun. Like,
Go play.
Go play. I was like, I'll help you clean some stuff up if you really want, but like just play a lot. Like don't just think like 1 hour is good enough just to play, because I know you have more energy than that. Like you're good. Like you got it.
Did you pick up some nice old man YMCA moves? Like you get a little savvy, little tricks of the trade.
I wouldn't say those little old head moves. No, I don't use those.
Like they'll like put the ball on the floor and they'll go like this without the ball and everything.
No, they don't. Yeah,
Some
try to do
hook
that.
Down on the baseline, spin, hook a little bit.
No, they try to like just shoot threes and just talk a lot of smack. That's all they do really over there.
So I would imagine those guys are now look at you and go, they have to be absolutely thrilled with your journey.
Yeah, like my main my
Zeke. Did you call him Zeke? Yeah, Zeke's the guy, Brad.
He lives in Georgia now, but he comes back once in a while. But like when I come in South Carolina, like I was gonna pay him out to come every game. Like,
well, he can come up here.
Yeah,
Georgia's
like,
not that far
it's
away.
Not that, I know it's still pretty close.
We can have Zeke night at the Coliseum. I think that'd be right.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do no Jordan Wilhelm stuff, but he was there for sure at the Y every day with me and stuff.
Just a guy that you remember.
Yeah,
along the way.
That's when like the OGs, and he's like 5'4", like 5'4", a little thick.
Yeah, but bang you around a little bit.
But he could shoot it. Yeah.
Treysen's visit with us here on Three Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Fine Looking Phil of Daniel's Men's Store. In fact, Treysen is wearing some gear. Show us the gear over there to your left right there. This is nice. We went quarter zip. Go quarter zip. Can we get that shot there? Yeah.
There it is.
Quarter zip with the Mountaineer, which is a nice look. So you'll see, Treysen, while you're here, the Mountaineer mascot. That gets you some. Obviously, you see the flying WV a ton, but the Mountaineer mascot itself. Now you know there's a live one of those dudes that walks around during the game, and he's carrying. You know that.
Did you point out his shirt too? Got his shirt on there.
I didn't know that.
Fun
Oh yeah,
info.
he shoots it. You know about this yet? When you guys go out for starting
I
introductions.
think Toby said something about that.
Oh yeah.
Like they should put
Lights
that on
dark, carpet goes out, Mountaineer, boom.
Shut it, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Oh, and Raekwon played here. Raekwon
Battle.
Battle.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played against him against Montana State when I was a freshman. And
Holy
he's
cow.
Native American, so like when I committed to SC, he was in Charlotte right now for the Hornets, and I was like, let's go work out and stuff.
No, he was a
Yeah,
dude.
before I committed, I told him I'm probably coming to Westfield.
When he got
He can fill
when
it.
he got on a
He can
bender,
fill it.
when he
he's
got
tough.
on a bender, he put it in the hole.
Yeah, my freshman year gave us 30. Like,
Yeah.
30 and a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three Guys Before the Game is also brought to us by Comex Business Systems. We talked earlier about we needed to hydrate Treysen when he came in today. Well, Comex Business Systems has these incredible water machines for businesses or your office, whatever it might be, so you don't need to drag around all the plastic bottles and everything that goes along with that. These water systems, you can go hot, you can go cold, you can go ice cubes. They've got a whole lot more. Visit ComaxWV.com, ComaxWV.com. Also, keep in mind, we mentioned fishing. Let's get into this fishing thing now.
All right.
So, ice some too?
Never ice fish.
Serious?
I've never ice fished.
Stunned by this development.
Yeah.
You're in Bismarck. You're in North Dakota.
Right on the river too. Yeah. I just basketball. Like I just didn't have time.
Do a lot of people ice fish there?
Yes. It's like religiously. Like it's
They do it.
yeah.
Are these the kind of people that also bring they set up on the river and they got the whole thing
Bring
like
the-
a condo?
yeah.
Like there's a hut and stuff on the river.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the ice houses and stuff. Some are like trailers that have like Wi-Fi and TVs and stuff. Some are just like a tent.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got the money and you want to
Yeah.
fish, yeah.
Well, in the summer when the ice melts there in North Dakota, no question, all those people are driving around on Lou Wendell Marine Sales boats. They happen to be the number one pontoon boat dealer in the state of West Virginia. They sell Avalon boats, 100% manufactured in the United States, made in the state of Michigan. And now 'tis the season, whether it's a pontoon, whether it's anything to do with boating, they've got it. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. That's LouWendellMarineSales.com. Now, he would need that Gator, the Gator Tough John Boat series,
Sure.
those Gator boats. Now, those things,
You can fish right off that.
you can fish directly off it. There it is.
There
Like,
it is.
could you see yourself on that?
Yeah.
Right? That's you standing on top of up front there. Just, you bass. What do you fish for? Anything and everything?
Just something you can eat. So like in North Dakota, just walleye. I've never tried catfish. I tried bass before. Bass is all right.
So you say you're not a catch and release guy. You're a catch and eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just not as fun if you're just catching and throw it back. Like I want to catch them I can take home.
So you're the guy that says, if I don't come home with a stringer full of fish, not a good day.
Yeah. Literally.
Do you think you're a good fisherman?
7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 fisherman.
What makes you good?
I just like know some stuff that like
What does that mean?
like I just like know how to set up a pole. I know what I should set up for when and like what time of the year it is.
Okay, walleye, what's your favorite bait?
Probably right now you should probably go minnows if you're in North Dakota. Because obviously it's still cold.
Yeah.
Pike are good right now too because in North Dakota because the meat's still like pretty solid. It's not mushy yet. But right now minnows probably when it gets a little warmer. Worms usually work more.
How you prepare those walleye when you cook them?
Just cut up like little cubes, fry them.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
You just cube it up and then just fry it like that,
Yeah,
like fish nuggets.
pretty much.
How much those things weigh?
Couple
Pounds.
I could tell you pounds. I don't. As long as
Big.
they look thick enough to eat, I'll have to eat. Like I don't. Yeah,
What about the pike?
those are pretty big. Those probably like 5 to 10. Dang near. Yeah. Those are all. Yeah. Unless they're like baby, that's like this big.
So do you want to go fishing here in the summer?
Yeah, I'll probably for sure try something out. I'll probably like fly my little brother out too or something.
So here's the deal, dude. This is kind of a hunting and fishing state.
Yeah.
The fact that you just said that, if you wanted to, you could fish every day until the season starts. Like people will just come to you and go like, hey, I was watching 3 guys. Come here. We're going to take you. People fish here.
I would do that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give New River Gorge, which is 2 hours-ish, a little bit more from here. Smallmouth, crazy. Caught 90 one day. 90. Now, we got a problem. We got a problem, though. You got to put them back.
Yeah. You usually don't keep bass for sure. And then I don't know any laws here. Like,
Well, we really don't have any.
yeah.
Laws. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Dude, you're on the Mountaineer basketball team. Isn't that a waiver? There's a waiver.
sure
there's
there's rules
no rules.
Apparently, there's a card that you could just say that to some people. And that's what people have been telling me, but I don't think I'll ever pull that out in my life.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to break any rules or laws. However, this is what you will learn. Once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer. It's kind of like the Mafia. Once you're in, you're not leaving. We got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's love.
It is. Like, be good, and everyone's good to you. Pretty simple rules.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about, you mentioned a couple of times growing up on the reservation. I told you before we started recording, I'm in Martinsburg, 2+ hours away. A lady comes to me and says, I live 2 streets over on the reservation from Treysen's grandmother. And I went like, small world.
Yeah, Coach Hodge told me that. So like I'd live with my mom all year round, but when I'm in summers, I'd go visit all my siblings and stuff for like a week or 2 at a time. She's telling the truth. There's Eagle Butte, South Dakota. That's where my family's at. That's where my grandma lives. Small res. It's not. I wouldn't say it's one of the nicest res. It's pretty. Has some work to do, but it's just still a good place to raise your kids if you're in the right housing. For sure. Yeah.
And you said you went up there and played in some basketball tournaments as well?
Like there's, like we have 4 different reservations in North Dakota, and there'd probably be a tournament in one every other weekend, or even like in Bismarck, but it'd just be like a native tournament. So yeah, like a lot of the native community loves each other over there. It's all like one big family. Doesn't matter what tribe you're from. But yeah, there's tournaments everywhere. Like there's a tournament called Nobby where it's Native American. Like you have to be enrolled in a tribe to play in it. It's an AZ. They use the Phoenix Suns arena and stuff.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like the state for Native Americans. Like it's like nationals or whatever. So like my you have to be in high school to play in it. But like when I was 2 years ago, my uncle took a team down from all North Dakota and they won it. And it was a pretty big deal over there. And then last year we went down. Fortunately, we lost. But yeah.
So you have a lot of fans pre-built in that are Treysen fans simply because of your involvement with the reservation?
I would say so. I would say most of the Native community has my back.
I
wouldn't say all. Obviously, there's some people that just like have something to say, but I would say yeah.
Well, it's always going to be haters.
Yeah,
I mean, 10%. There's 10% of haters, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I learned that a lot this year for sure. But yeah, like
what do you mean by that? Social media?
Yeah.
Were you taking some shots, North Dakota people?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, what was the issue?
After that Bama game, everyone thought like, oh, he had 40 on Bama, but he has 8 against this team, and like they just don't understand basketball. They don't understand that if you have 2 guys on him, you usually have to pass the ball. And they would just,
it's probably a pretty good rule.
Yeah, and they would
and
pretty
good rule.
Oh, this guy's a bust, all this other stuff.
So so let's walk through that because that's a huge challenge, and a lot of players, people, they look at that stuff. How do you deal with it? One, and you do realize you don't hear any of that if you don't look at it. Did you ever get to the point where you go like, I'm not looking at this?
Yeah, I don't really care. That doesn't affect me at the end of the day. As long as I'm good with my mom and like my family, that's all I really care about. I don't care what like a random has to say. Either like in my mind, like I see like a hate comment, and they're probably like 40 like divorced, living on their couch or something. Like that's like audio
and have no game.
Yeah, like,
have no game. Yeah.
Like thinking of like the biggest loser you could think of, like just eating Cheetos and sports betting all day. Just sometimes sports betting.
Do you think
works,
it was the sport? You think it was a lot of people get bummed out because of the sports betting part of it?
Yeah, I know the sports bettors get more like more personal. They get to that like death threat type of thing where they're like talking about like, I know where you grew up, this and that. But like the other ones are just like, you think this kid's gonna be good anywhere else besides North? Like that type of stuff. Like just losers.
So when you left, you heard a little bit of, you think that he thinks he's going to be able to play somewhere other than North Dakota.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, even from people from North Dakota. So everyone has something to say.
It doesn't go away, dude.
No, yeah, it just doesn't really matter.
We had Nathan Adrian here last episode, and one of the great players here at West Virginia. He's from here, Morgantown High. He took a ton of crap, social media wise, during his career. Just part of the deal, unfortunately.
People are weird. Yeah.
Let's talk about that Alabama game for a second, though.
Yeah, I brought that up a little too much.
I usually don't talk about
that.
Good.
No, you can bring it up.
No, it's good.
Well,
we should talk about. He dropped 40 on Alabama, top 5 team at the time.
We lost.
I know we dropped 40.
We lost, but yeah,
you were rolling.
Yeah, it was definitely a good game. I remember my mindset going in the game was like, they're about to come to our crib and like everyone's gonna be there. I'm getting like 300 texts like before the game, like Trey, like go for 40, go for 50. I told my sister before too, because that was against my 1,000, that 40 point.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, okay, like I might have like 12 against Bama. Like they're probably their game plan is probably just to make sure I don't score. Like that's because I was leading scorer in the Summit at the time. Their game plan is like just don't let them score and then we're gonna win by 30. I was like, I don't want this game to be like I don't care how much I have. I'll probably have 12. Like it doesn't matter. Like as long as it's kind of close. Then we played 2 non-Division I schools. I'll probably get my 1,000 then. I told her. And I was like, when going in this game, like I just don't want to get 40 ball. Like, I don't want it to be like embarrassing. Like it's gonna be packed. Everyone in the state wants to go to this game. Like tickets are selling for a lot of money. Like this is gonna be crazy. I'm thinking like I'm sitting there watching everyone come in. I'm like we can't get blown out. Like there's no way. For a game, I think Coach Herbst was telling us, he's like, just play your balls off. Like it doesn't matter. Like just go in the game knowing that you absolutely get everything. It's gonna be on national TV, all this other stuff. I remember I'm like, bro, I don't got nothing to lose. I said, I'm pulling until I miss. Like I don't care. So I remember first shot was like, I snatched back. Nelson and this other guy are on me. I'm like, okay, I feel space. I'm pulling. Banked. I'm like, okay. It went in, so I got to shoot again. Like, that's fine. I come off a ball screen, like left side, throw it up, went in. I'm like, okay, like, I'm still going. Like, it doesn't matter. And then, like, they thought I was just a 2-point shooter. I had some, like, little bumps to the lane. I remember first half, like, Trey, keep going and stuff. I'm, like, quiet. I'm like, bro, just, like, we're winning, I think. I'm like, yeah, like, just don't get too excited. Don't get too, like, just stay down, Trey. Second half, I come out like just like 3 straight or something like that. I remember I'm at like 30 something, and I'm looking up. I'm like, damn. I'm lost for words. And then I remember like Coach Oates told this one guy, he's like, full court, deny him. I'm like, top 5 team in the country picking me up full. Like this is crazy.
Didn't want you to get the ball.
No, this is insane.
Yeah. And
like they just couldn't like I don't know. I was just in a mode, I guess. Coming off a ball screen, they didn't blitz it or anything. They just let me play 1-on-1, and it just and it just worked. And then end of the game, they hit some big shots. Mark Sears is a good player, and then my coach got mad. He didn't get mad at me, but he was like, "Trey, you know what the difference is between winners?" Because I let my guy get an old board after I was gassed, but that's not an excuse. But he got an old board, and I was like, "Damn, I should have boxed him out." And then like he ran out to the 3, and I was late to the 3 and hit 3, and that was like a big shot in the game. And he was like, "That's what this separates winners, blah, blah." And I was like, "You're right." Like, yeah, I understand that. But I learned how hard you have to play to win and how to be a winner. Obviously, it didn't help us towards the end of the season or middle of the season. We didn't win as many more games, but still, that's like a personal thing. I know what I have to do.
Individual confidence had to skyrocket after that, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at, I'm like 11th trending on Twitter. I'm in a category with Jimmer Fredette. I'm like, I call Willie like that night. And I'm like, it's all getting to me right away because after the interview and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then after, I'm like, Willie, like, I just had 40 on a top 5 team. Like, did you ever, like, coming from freshman to sophomore year, did you ever think I'd be here? He's like, Trey, absolutely not. He's like, I knew you were going to be good, but 40 on, he was like, I'm like, I didn't think so either. Like, I don't know what the, oh, yeah, it was crazy.
8 threes in that one. But here's the thing. That wasn't even your highest output. Then you dropped 51 in a tournament game. 8 threes in that one, too.
Most points in a tournament game.
Same feeling, just in a zone?
I wouldn't even say the zone was different then because it was like I was mostly going 1-on-1 in Bama.
Yeah.
Type of, like I had to like I was coming off double screens and just like hitting like staggers and stuff and like hitting step backs and everything. I don't even know, to be honest. Bama game felt like more shots. I did shoot more Bama game. I think I made the same field goals Was
You
the
had
free
15. You had 15 field goals against South Dakota State when you had 51. You had
It's almost
15,
identical.
15 field goals against Alabama.
The free throws,
Like 28 versus 30 attempts in the two games, but you were close. I mean, it was within 2 attempts in each of those games.
You took 2 free throws against Alabama. You took 17 against South Dakota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Bama game was just 40 off, strictly like just bag work and jump shots and stuff. And then South Dakota State had a lot of free throws.
Got some free throws, yeah.
I remember in the game there, we were up by like a certain amount, and they started fouling us. And I'm like telling my big Amar and telling my teammate Darius, I'm like, yo, like give me the ball. I'm like, I'm at 40, like give me the ball. And they did, and I hit on my free throws and stuff, which I should have made a few before. Like I had an N1 3 and I missed a free throw, and I was pretty mad about that. I probably shot like 70 from the free throw in that game.
Which game?
SDSU.
SDSU.
I missed
you
like
went 78%.
Yeah.
You went 13 of 17.
77%, 13-17.
Yeah, I was kind of mad I missed those, but that shot to get to 50 is probably the best shot I've ever hit in my career. That was just
That was a tough shot.
I remember like they're all like looking at me like, Trey, get 50, and I'm like nervous. I'm like, I gotta get 50 at this point. Like there's no way I don't. So I like tell my guy to clear it out, and I'm like nervous. I'm like, okay, let's go. First move, snatch back. He sits on it. I go again. He sits on it. I'm like, okay, I gotta put it up. I got to. I throw it up, like quick release. I fall down, and when it goes in, I'm like lost of words. I'm inside. I'm screaming. I'm like, I get up, acting all big and bad. I'm like, yeah. I'm like 50. I'm like, yeah. Hit the free throw. My phone was going crazy that night. One of my favorite rappers followed me, DM'd me. Katie commented on one of the posts. It was crazy. And then the next day we played St. Thomas. Their game plan on me is very good. I got shut down again. I only had 6 points. And
You took 6 shots.
It's hard to shoot when it was like, if I come off a ball screen, you blitz it, give it the ball in my hands. And if I have the ball, you load. It's pretty much Houston's defense. You load the whole side there.
Yeah.
Go on the non-shooters, or pass to the shooters.
Yeah.
It was tough. I had 7 assists first half, and then second half, so many turnovers. It was just a bad game on my part. Everyone's like, Trey, you suck, you're a bust, all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, why are you talking to me? Yeah. And then that's what I really learned. Like, none of that stuff really matters. But yeah, it was good.
What have you done for me lately is the big thing, right? So you give him 51 one night, and the next night you go out there and you get 6, and you're bad. So, like, what'd you do for me lately? That's how that thing works. That's the way that thing works, unfortunately.
How about your role here? What if coaches talk to you about your role here? I mean, chances of you getting 30 shot attempts in a game are probably slim at this point. What's the role? What do you have to adapt to? How does your game have to change a little bit from what you were able to do last year?
My biggest thing, like when I got recruited, was I just want to play. Whoever's gonna let me play and be myself, I'll take that opportunity. And Coach Hodges emphasized that he has a lot of trust in me and my abilities. I think my role is just be like a playmaker. Score, just keep people open. Honestly, having an honor to open up the floor for me is really big off a ball screen and stuff. Mm-hmm. Jasper can shoot it too. And the big man Harlan down low, obviously, I've never had a real big before, so that's gonna be a really cool experience to have. And then obviously having Belo 40-inch vert, 6'8", like just NBA athleticism. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to play around better players. Obviously, what he said and he emphasized, like I won't be getting doubled anymore. Like I'll be able to play freely. And that's what I'm excited for. But my role as of that is just be a player. Just help the team win.
Yeah, you won't get doubled.
Prefer the ball in your hands, go off guard a little bit.
I think he tried to mix up a little both with me.
Yeah.
I think like coming off certain like stuff, like those staggers off ball, and then obviously just getting like ball screens and stuff like that. Right. It makes a little bit of both.
Pick and roll though, you're good out of the pick and roll, so you got to put yourself in some of those positions too.
Yeah.
What about the other end of the floor? Old Ross is old defensive guy.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be good. Everyone just thinks I can't play defense for real. Because like my matchup was always just get the shooter off the line. And then obviously over the years I've matured. I've got a lot better since my freshman and junior year, and then this year, obviously taking another leap. As I get my body right mentally and everything. So yeah, I just keep working every day and then listen to Coach Hodge. Get that experience.
It's a heck of a process. We'll talk more about that coming up. 3 Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. They won't take no for an answer. If you have a legal need when it comes to a personal injury case, Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law can absolutely take care of you. They've been at it for decades now, based in Parkersburg, West Virginia, but do legal work 48 of our 50 states, probably North Dakota too. Probably. I don't know.
How many
48,
states is it?
48 out of 50.
50.
Yeah.
So besides the personal injury, if you have need of legal help, Social Security disability benefits, military disability benefits as well, that is where their area of expertise lies. So if you or someone that you know needs help in that world, pay a visit to Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, and they will take care of you. They'll say yes when they call. When you call, they'll say yes, but you know what they won't do? They won't take no for an answer. Visit Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. Did you want to do a Conley CPA?
Yeah, let's do some
you're
numbers
gonna do
here.
it?
Well, sure. I've got some numbers on Treysen.
Oh, if we're going to do that, then
Sure.
oh boy, this has been a long, long time since I brought the music out. Let me see here. I think I want to go selection right there. Let's do this thing.
So I checked the numbers. We'll just go right to the numbers. Here comes a heater.
Let's jump into the analytics portion of the show.
Ready? 5, 4, 3.
Spreads on Stats is brought to us by the Conley CPA Group. And what do they do? Well, they provide value beyond numbers when it comes to any kind of tax issues. They got you. They're celebrating year number 40 in business. Local firm, experienced local professionals. And the neat thing is they can help you if you're a business owner. They can outsource your accounting. You can outsource your CFO services with Conley CPA Group. So what do these numbers say about?
Let's dive in.
Should we pretend like he's not even here?
No, because we're going to talk to him. Because he knows numbers. Like if you're paying attention to this episode, he's dropped a couple notes in there about the numbers. You pay attention to the numbers?
Honestly,
Not just your. I don't mean just stats. I mean the numbers of spots on the floor that you're good from, what you are in pick and roll, those type of deep numbers.
Yeah, like they tell me this stuff during season and stuff.
Yeah. So you guys were on it. Yeah. All right, let's look at some of these. 37% career 3-point shooter in the 90 games played over 3 seasons. So closing in on 40% from 3. You'll take that all day long. Here's something we talked about earlier, Trey. Your 3-point attempt rate has dropped each season. You were a 60% 3-point attempt rate guy early on. That went all the way down to 49. So you talked about your game expanding, teams starting to run you off the line. You had to adapt to that, become a little more adept at getting to the basket off the dribble type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Every year, like my freshman year, my biggest thing was like I just want to get on the floor, so just be like a 3-and-D guy. And then sophomore year, obviously just more confidence.
Yeah.
Obviously I played the backup one every year I played basketball, so just more confidence in that. And then getting a bigger role, and then this last year just getting a big role in that team.
Yeah. So that shows you, right? That's what we talk about a lot. Young guys come in, 3 points, get to the line, get your shot up, but as your game grows and defenses start to take that away, you develop a little bit. He's obviously done that. This was interesting, Tony. We talked to Treysen before the show, and he knew the answers to this. We asked him his most effective spot on the floor from 3. You knew right away it was
the right wing.
Right wing, 44% from right wing 3 last year. And I think one of the great parts about that, we talked about the most frequent spot on the floor for you in terms of shot attempts, right wing 3. So you're taking shots at the highest rate from the spot that you were best on the floor. You mentioned this earlier about isolation, 52% from 3 when you were in isolation sets. That's pretty good. You'll take that all day long.
Take that
every really good,
52% from 3 in ISO situations.
I didn't know that.
That's a new one.
We're here to help.
Here's the other thing. I don't think we'll see a lot of zone next year between you and Honor Huff. You were 46% from 3 last year against the zone. Now, you didn't see it a lot, but nearly 50% from 3 against the zone.
Yeah.
Big?
Yeah.
Big. That's it.
How
Won't drill
many?
you with numbers?
How many? You mentioned that you used to shoot off the gun. So, like, what's a good score for you?
So like the other day, I shot. I'm just getting back in the groove of things. I just
Understand.
shot
You're coming off this injury.
70 probably. But like when I was at UND, we do this thing called 140. So you have to shoot. You have to make 140, and however you get. I split up into 70s, and like one of my scores was like 70 out of 77.
That'll work.
The other one was like 84, so I think I probably shot like 85, 86. Like that's good. But recently it's been like 70s, 72, 73.
You and Honor, when you guys get on that floor and start trying to match each other, that's going to be nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah, should be.
Good competition.
Yeah, no offense to Jackson right now, but I've been shooting with Jackson every day. And today he's the first spot he beat me. I'm 20-1 right now.
Stat. Conley CPA,
He's
20
on
and
the
1.
numbers. 21.
21.
You like the top of the key too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that, yeah. Like, growing up, that was probably my hot spot. And then when I'd come off more ball screens and stuff, like the isolation stuff, I'd work on, like, dribble pull-ups from, like, the wings now. Yeah.
Step backs.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like, I wouldn't say, like, a step, but, like, probably, like, a just snatch back. Like,
Yeah.
a dribble snatch back. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sneakers. You a sneaker guy?
No. Yeah, no.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
not?
No.
Put a couple
Don't
of pieces.
care.
As long as it feels good, yeah. This is my first time buying sneakers this year because they wouldn't give me another pair of Dames that I liked because they feel good.
Up
on my
there
feet.
at North Dakota, they wouldn't give them to
so
you.
I had to buy it this year.
What the hell,
Well,
dude?
because
You
I
gave-
had a pair that I really liked, this green pair, and then the laces broke, and then like the shoe ended up breaking. So I just go until I went through 3 pairs this last year because they all broke.
Wait a
Did
second.
you go with the school color scheme or did you go off color?
It was like the ones that they gave us. So like we had this white pair that they gave us. I think they're like Mitchells or something.
Yeah.
They broke on me, and then these Dames I had, like these low top ones, like I really like those. They broke, and I couldn't find another pair. So I just used the pair that I wore my sophomore year, and then they were like barely working, so I had to buy a pair.
What?
Well, you'll get some pairs here now. You got that whole shoe wall over there,
Yeah,
right?
like the ones I have right now, I'm good with
You're
those
good?
until like they break or like. I can
Wait a
So
second.
you'll,
I mean,
you'll
I'm-
run the same pair until it doesn't work anymore. Or are you going to rotate in and
No, see, I don't do that rotating stuff.
you don't?
Like,
You just
no.
go. You get a pair and you run it.
Yeah, yeah.
So how many pairs through a course of a season?
Like last year it was four.
4 pair.
Sophomore year I think it was only 1. Freshman year was only 1.
There won't be anything here that they won't say, no, you can't get that. They'll tell
Yeah.
them we'll take care of it.
I think they already put insoles in my new ones right now that are like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good over here for sure.
You ever ride motorcycles?
No, I've never rode anything besides my car really that I can think of.
We got a big motocross event coming up here. Big. Right across the border. in
We're not putting him
Pennsylvania.
on a motorcycle though.
No,
not
but he
doing
can go. He can go watch.
Can't have injury.
I might go to it.
He can go watch.
You can go watch it. You'd
June-
love to watch it.
June 12, June 13, June 14, June 15. It is one of the biggest events in the nation when it comes to motocross. It's the High Point National, the 2025 edition. And this thing has been going on literally for decades, and some of the best in the world will be in competition. They founded this in 1976, and our boy Hoppy, who isn't with us today, on Friday, June 13, he's gonna get on the bike. What are you looking at me like that for? He's going to get on the bike. He is. Mark it down. He's
I don't
going to
know
be
that
there.
This is one of our best ideas.
We're gonna have Rev Kev barbecue there. He'll have his 40-foot trailer. We'll be eating. Hoppy's track time is 6:00 on Friday, June 13th.
He's got start time
He's
already.
got start time. Yeah, he'll be preceding Pee Wee Racing that goes at 6:30. And it's an incredible event, folks. So if you or someone that you know would like to take part in just what is a spectacle, quite honestly, it's we'll talk more about this, but it's the High Point National coming up. Excuse me, June 12, 13, 14,
Best
15.
in the world. Like, I mean, I know we joke and say it all the time.
No.
Best in the world.
No, seriously, like, yes, in all seriousness, the best drivers in the world. And like talking to some of the folks, like these guys have morphed athletically from when it first started many years ago. It was just like dudes on a bike, drink some beer, and go ride around Canaan Valley. These are like athletes,
World class athletes.
world class
Yeah.
athletes. Yeah. What about barbecue?
Yeah, it's all right.
What's your favorite food?
That's a really tough question. Probably Alfredo. Probably. Like
Well, you know what?
Alfredo
Pizza?
big.
Alfredo,
With a
you
pizza?
guys.
I mean, I
you
think we're like
guys, you
3
guys
for
with this
3 on
Alfredo. I
Alfredo.
think this Alfredo thing.
I don't know what else. There was this restaurant here in Morgantown that was really good on my visit. It was really good. It was like some pasta place, like some breadsticks that were like Parmesan crusted.
Were you near the water?
Yeah, it was
Oliverios.
Oliverios.
Friends at Oliverios.
Yeah, Oliverios.
Yeah. It's just a pasta song.
Those breadsticks are killer. Like you could,
Yes.
yeah, you
They're
can.
the best.
They're very addicting.
No, it's bad. I thought it was like Olive Garden was bad, but that's
It's good. Like bad meaning good.
like it's like you eat too much of that. It's like
See, Alfredo, he's good. These guys are going to be great on the road. We'll pull that out on the road food.
What do
I
you
don't
there.
even.
What do you think this
Alfredo's good. You don't have to apologize for
No,
that.
I just don't know like what it's like. That's what I'm coming to mind. But like probably pizza. Like from like realistically, I think Little Caesars pizza is like
Oh Lord,
top.
stop.
No,
We'll-
it's so
We'll
dude.
get you some
it's
pizza.
so cheap, but it's like bad food. That's why I don't eat it.
Dude,
We'll get you some.
I gotta try that bar, the 13th or whatever. That's my birthday, so I'm definitely over there and probably.
We'll get you some barbecue.
Oh, we'll get you
June
Rev Cav's
13th, your birthday.
That's why I turned 21. So
all right, we'll get you some barbecue.
God dang, you're still young. You're gonna be 21.
Yeah, I'll graduate when I'm 21. Yeah.
Wow.
So I definitely go check that out. No, you're talking about that. I was like, yeah, that's my birthday.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we got you.
Yeah.
Music.
Everything. Like I grew up on country. I don't do any like heavy metal rock.
Okay.
I don't do that like Ozzy Osbourne stuff, but I listen to a lot of music like every day. Probably like out of my 12-hour, like if I had a 12-hour day, I'd probably be 8 to 9 hours of
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like country, like
Okay,
Randall
wait.
Lambert,
Like what country? Like new country? Like Morgan Wallen type country?
Jason Aldean, Randall.
Yeah.
Like I like
Luke
the
Combs.
girls. I like the girls personally.
Lainey Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah. I like those type of people.
See, he kills me all the time because he says I don't like or know music. That's why we're just having a great
like
music
the
discussion
old-
here.
the
So
old-
get off me about not knowing
What
music.
about old
Just gave
stuff?
you a bunch.
What about old stuff?
Old like R&B, like 90s, 2000 R&B, like Ja Rule, Ashanti, like Usher, like that. I listen to that a lot.
Okay.
I grew up on that type of stuff.
Do you have a selection of songs that you always listen to when you're warming up before a game?
I would say it mixed just between artists. There's two artists that I would probably play most before a game. No Cap and G Herbo are like probably the two that I would just press shuffle on.
Just bang them into your head.
Just shuffle, yeah. Like I don't gotta play this or anything. Maybe some J. Cole once in a while, but probably just those two.
But you're open to different stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I listen to a lot of different things, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. So we did food. We did music. Pretty good.
Did shoes.
Did shoes.
Did gear. He's got the nice gear from Fine Looking Phil on.
Yeah.
Why did West Virginia make sense? Why did you go like, this is the place for me right now? What intrigued you?
So after I decommitted, the only options were not my only, but the ones that were like big were BYU, Gonzaga, West V, and I think it was Washington maybe. But I wasn't really liking Washington as much. But I like how like everyone was new. Like there wasn't anything set in place. Kentucky, I couldn't go to another SEC school because I signed my papers there and that was the rule. But like Gonzaga, they already had like I think they're really big oriented. Like you just give them the ball. I think that's what I was hearing. And then BYU obviously they got a lot going in, and I just didn't feel comfortable with that, as a player. And obviously my last year, like I want to play. So I think like my biggest thing with this squad is that they had a good, like a nice salt, like a point guard that can play D. That's good. Jasper.
Yeah.
You have Honor that can just shoot the piss out of it. I don't know if I should say that online, but he can just
Yeah,
shoot it.
Yeah, you just
Podcast, whatever.
Most threes in the country, like, he just like you have to like worry about him. Like I like how you have to worry about someone else, like offensive threat. Like I like that if I'm playing the same. And then like myself as a playmaker, having those two as just a guard position alone, like that, like I just feel like that opens a lot. Because last year our point guard was really athletic, but he wasn't really a shooter type. So like they just crowded the paint on him. He would cut and everything would just be kind of like clogged.
right.
And then having a person that like you need to like you can't be short on his closeout. Like I like really like that threat. And then obviously Belo, I really like an athlete. First team for him at North Texas. Like he knows how to play basketball. He knows how to win.
Brennan Lorient, for those listening,
Yeah,
he's referring to
sorry.
Brennan
Sorry,
Lorient.
Brennan Lorient.
My bad. And then Big Harlan, that starting five. I thought that was really. I thought I had a lot of belief in that, and I had a lot of belief in us our abilities of winning. And then obviously just our other players like Jackson, everyone else, Chance, like all of our other guys. I just thought that we had a good chance of winning. Man, I liked people. I liked everyone that was here. And then on my visit, just talking to me, my mom, my agent, and I was like, this is probably it. Like I just
Felt right.
yeah. My first decision, I just felt like I made it prematurely, so that's why I didn't like it. But this one, I could compare it to something, and that's what made me more comfortable about this decision. I was like, okay, like yeah, like I'm all in.
So you're living in the gym.
Yeah, I was just there at like 7. I took Jackson. Well, I haven't been telling Jackson I've been going, but I told Jackson I was gonna like let's go today at 7:30.
You've been double dating on him?
No, it's like
huh?
One day he was like really sore from us lifting, and so he couldn't barely move. And I told him I didn't tell him I was gonna go shoot and stuff, but I shoot there like probably twice a day, once maybe. 3 out of the 5 days this week I've shot twice, but today we shot at 7:30. I lifted at 8:30. I do a lot of PT, so I do like pool workouts and stuff for my hip.
Mm-hmm.
And then today we're about to go check out some clothes store. take a nap because I'm really tired. So we'll see, I bet. And then we'll probably go shoot again and then call it a day.
Yeah.
Are you a late night guy? Sounds like you're up early in the morning, so you go to bed and then get up and
I've
go.
been ever since being here. I'm trying to get on a schedule where I go to bed at least by 10 every night. If it's past 10, it's not enough sleep.
Good for you.
But yeah, I've been waking up every morning at like 6:30.
Think about this: you're going to eat right, you're going to lift, you're going to sleep, you're going to blow up. You're going to blow up.
Yeah. So I did this Nets 105 drill on one of my trainers in Jersey with Toby. There was like a guy on the Nets on the staff. And they did this drill with their pre-draft stuff. It was a Nets 105. And I just shot it the other day with our GM, Stoney. That was in North Texas. And I got like, was it 80, I think? 80 out of 105. And it's like different types of shots and stuff. And I was feeling really good. But yeah, today I'm probably just trying to do more stuff off the dribble since I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Just dunked yesterday for the first time in like 2 weeks.
Oh, because of the injury.
Yeah. Then I did a lot of jumping today with our trainer. So
when you're healthy, what's your dunk repertoire? What do you do?
Yeah, Jackson asked me that yesterday. It's nothing crazy. I just like
backward, eat right.
I can like windmill and stuff, but I don't like do those. Occasionally, I don't like just. Well,
listen, we just need you healthy.
That's what yeah. Like if it's like I blow by someone, I'll go off 1 foot and dunk it. I'm not gonna go like crazy. I'm gonna be low.
You're not rocking the thing.
I probably could if I really tried, but no.
No. Yeah.
I've East Bayed one time in my life. I don't think I'll ever do it again.
What was the average attendance at North Dakota for a game?
At least 1,000 plus. 1,000, 2,000 plus.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna like this. This will be. They'll fill it up.
Gets loud.
We're
talking about the before show. Gets loud.
It'll pop you up there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, man. We appreciate your time a ton.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Was this kind of what you expected? Different than you expected?
No,
two old dudes just call you up and say, "Hey, come in here and sit with us."
I didn't even see the text right away because you sent the link, and I was like, thought it was like just another ad or something. Texted me, and I was like, I didn't.
You thought he was spamming you.
I thought it was just spamming. I saw the link. I didn't see like, hey, my name is. I just saw this.
You didn't see the intro part. You just saw the link.
And so then what is this? Like you told my managers, you texted them, and I'm like, what text? And I look, I'm like, is it this? And I look over, and it's this whole intro, and they're like, oh my gosh. I was like, no way, I missed that.
Well, it was Alex. Alex is a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
I think it was like, hey, I texted Treysen, I didn't hear anything back, and he went like, he's a great dude. And then like
instantly,
11 seconds later,
like,
11 seconds later, like I get a text. It goes like, hey man, I'm sorry I didn't see, but that's cool.
I'm like, Alex, I feel bad, but it's been like 3
we're
days.
Good.
I'm like, no way.
We're no.
All good.
You're totally good.
Good.
You're good with us. You're good with us. Special thanks to Daniel's Men's Store here in Morgantown for allowing us to bring Treysen in. If you're looking for the most exclusive, best looking, best fitting, best feeling Mountaineer gear, head out to Daniel's Men's Store, University Avenue here in Morgantown. What's that website?
Did you see this one? You didn't comment on mine. I don't think I broke this one out for the show.
That is a newbie.
Right?
As a matter of fact,
I got a little tan. Yeah. Is that one too?
Mine too.
Yeah.
This. Should I tell the story of this shirt?
Is it the same story as mine that I'm wearing?
It might be. So Fine Looking Phil gave Brad and I gear to wear when the Mountaineers played in the NCAA tournament this year.
That's what this is. So shirt and
he gave us
NCAA tournament gear right here.
He gave us our NCAA. Hey, wear this when you guys go play in the NCAA tournament.
Because we were, of course, a lock to go to the NCAA tournament.
Exactly. One problem.
Deal didn't go.
Yeah, didn't go.
Got screwed.
One of the greatest screw jobs since Ace Hardware.
Yeah, they said Toby was talking about that a lot when I was over there.
It was a dark day.
Doesn't UNC like have to make you because they're 80 or something?
Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help. Yeah, that didn't help.
I don't know about that. I just know we should have been in.
That's Toby. Yeah, Toby said.
Not should. We were in.
Yeah, seriously.
So that shirt's the NCAA tournament. That's what this is too.
Hey, let's do this. Let's get in the frickin' thing this coming year.
Go win a couple.
That was Honor's biggest thing too. He's telling me about that all the time.
Yeah, let's go.
We get in the tournament. Treysen hits a few threes. He's the next March superstar from West Virginia.
We didn't ask him this. Stop here a second.
We kept him a long time here.
Smack talk. What's your?
Oh yeah, this is the first year I've actually got like into the crowd or something. The SCSU game in that Bama. I hit a three and I'll like point to the crowd.
You're doing this. I mean, this is kind of getting old.
Not
isn't it?
this. I'll go like this.
Wait, isn't that old
like,
nowadays?
3.
Like I can't get it.
I'm not gonna go like boom, boom. I'm not doing none of that fancy stuff. I'm just gonna throw up a 3 and be like, okay, I just hit this. Like when I was at Bama, like the 2 games where I went off, I'm like throwing my jersey And then like SDSU, some little kid was like, "That ain't going in, Trey." and his mom was right there. And I hit the shot, and I look, and I thought it was just another dude. I'm like, it went in, and then he started laughing at me, and I'm just like, I'm like walking back, and then yeah, I got into them. But like when it comes to the game, I'm quiet. Like if I talk, I feel like I'm gonna do worse, so I don't say nothing.
Yeah, I was just thinking, the 3 thing to me is getting old. Okay, right. Why haven't players, like after you hit one, why don't you use the same signal that the referee uses that the 3's good? Why don't you give it
2 arms?
Why don't you go 2 arms?
True. I feel like that's a lot sometimes. Like you're running on the court, you just put 2 arms.
Plus, it's hard to run. You got to get back.
Yeah, that's what I'm
too.
saying.
Like you can drop the 3 and still be running because
Like,
you don't
yeah,
get back on defense. You're coming out anyway,
Both
so you got to
arms
get back.
up.
Okay,
You got
let's-
your arms up. You
wait.
can't run.
Yeah.
Wait a second. We'll cut a deal right now.
Here's the thing. Let me just say this.
Oh, wait, time out.
No, because whatever he wants to do, you go with him. You don't know what you should do after a 3.
I want to make a suggestion. How about
Treysen,
this?
don't listen to the suggestion. It won't be good. This will not be a good suggestion.
This is what I want you to do.
This will be no good.
Just do this. Let's say season's rolling along. You bang a 3, which forces the other team to take a timeout. Now you don't have to go back and play defense. You know how that goes. Like, boom, and he just goes, take timeout. What I'd like you to do is when you walk to the Mountaineer bench, just give me one of those.
I can do that. If that happens in a game, if that ever happened in a game, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to happen in a game.
Thank you.
I really hope so.
It
I
will.
really hope so.
You come up with your own celebration. Don't listen to his hairbrain
I don't know.
ideas.
Like, this is getting old. Trey. Just give me this.
He'll decide what's getting old. He's more up on what's getting old or not than you are.
I don't pay attention to that stuff either. I don't.
Well, he definitely doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't know.
I can know some more about him.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a delight to be with you. I've enjoyed it.
I appreciate you.
You got a hell of a story.
Great story.
Right? Chunky.
Great story.
A self-described chubby kid who took the last number because he wasn't sure he was going to play it. Like,
To Mr. Basketball
Mr.
and high major
Basketball.
power 4.
that's a
good.
great story. 3 guys before the game, brought to us by Jan Dills, attorneys at law. They won't take no for an answer, by Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Gomart, get a Gomart rewards card, and you can do that by downloading the app or go to the website, gomart.com, for details. More coming up on that on our next show. By Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. By Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way with a Tudor's biscuit. And by Conley CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers. Special thanks to our producer, Mr. Jake, for Treysen Eaglestaff. For the Senator Brad Howe, special thanks to Daniel's Men's Store. We're out. 3 guys before the game. We'll see you.